Hello, folks. John Wolf here. We're going to do a little bit. I know it's getting close to time, and just a few more few more trains to go. But we're going to keep on anyway. What the heck? We'll go with. We'll do a little bit of information on a little-known mint in the Philippines. Oh yes, the United States had a mint outside of the continental United States. It was in the Philippines. So let's give a little bit of history on it, and then we'll get into it. Alright. Originally it was a Spanish facility. Originally constructed in 1857 to about 1861. Took them a while to get it built, but, under the auspices of the Spanish government, the Casa de Moneda, as it was called then, began issuing gold coinage in the denominations of 1, 2, and 4 pesos or 1 and 2, and 4 pesos in 1861. In March 5th of 1862, permission was also granted to coin silver coinage, which began in 1864 for the 10 and 20 centavo denominations, and in 1865 for the 50 centavos. All coins bore the image of the then reigning Spanish monarch, Queen Isabel II. In 1868, Isabel was deposed, but the mint continued to issue coinage in all 6 denominations until 1873, all dated 1868 and indistinguishable from those minted in 1868. So a few years everything had the same date. In 1880, under the auspices of the then current Spanish king, Alfonso XII, coin production resumed, this time with the king's image and a slightly lower silver content for the 10, 20, and 50 centavo denominations. Only a few number of the gold coins were issued, and all being in the 4 pesos denomination. In 1885, Alfonso the 12th died, with control of Spain to go to his yet unborn son, Alfonso the 13th. Once again, the Casa de Moneda continued to issue coins until 1898, all dated 1885, and is indistinguishable from those minted in 1885. Oh boy. Thank God that didn't happen today, we hope. One never knows. Alright. Shortly after the Spanish-American War, and a brief insurrection by the Filipinos, the country became a United States possession. Unlike all other territories taken by the United States, the United States soon began to produce special coinage for the Philippines. To encourage circulation, the denominations were modeled on those produced by the Spanish, namely a silver peso, similarly to that minted in Madrid in 1897, denominations of 50, 20 instead of 25, and 10 centavos, and 1 centavo, similar in size to some of the cents minted by the Spanish. Also noted, the Philippine sculptor Melino de Figueroa was enlisted to provide designs for the coinage, creating a seated man design for the base metal denominations and a standing woman design for the silver denominations, which is later thought to have been modeled on his daughter Bianca. In 1903, the San Francisco Mint began producing silver coins for the Philippines, and the Philippine Mint producing proofs and base metal coins, along with providing some additional silver issues for circulation. Coins minted in San Francisco had a small S mint mark placed to the left of the date. Philadelphia coins were without a mint mark, and in 1904, all Spanish and other foreign coinage were demonetized. In other words, no good. If it weren't made by us, no bueno. The territorial coinage minted for the Philippines was locked in exchange rate of 2 pesos to $1 and issued in denominations of half, 1, 5, 10, 20, and 50 centavos, and 1 peso. A half centavo proved useless in commerce and was withdrawn from circulation in 1904. Owing to a rise in silver prices, the silver denominations, 10 centavos on up, were all reduced in size and the alloy in 1907. In 1908, the San Francisco Mint was finally authorized to produce coin-based metal cents and was thus positioned to take over all coinage production for the Philippines after that. After 1912, the peso ceased to be minted. Such was the state of coinage for the Philippines when the United States decided to establish a branch mint in the Philippines to take over the role of then occupied by the San Francisco Mint. The official United States Mint branch. In 1920, the Manila Mint was reopened under the United States auspices and was the first and to date only U.S. branch mint located outside the continental United States. It produced coins until 1922 and then again 1925 to 1941 when the Japanese Empire invaded the Philippines during World War II. The mint was operated under Japanese auspices during the occupation. No U.S. coins were produced at Manila after 1941 due to the occupation and to Philippine independence in 1946. Although Philippine coinage did take place at other U.S. mints in 44 through 46, all dated 1944 and 1945 only. The mint also produced a special coinage for inmates at the Colleen leper colony. The building housing the mint was destroyed during the retaking of the city in 1945. Yeah, the leper colony those can be quite expensive and a little bit harder to find than the other Philippine coinage, but we'll get to that if we have time. Mint marks. In the beginning, the Manila Mint produced its coins without a mint mark, but in 1925 it began using the Emma mint mark on all its coins until its closure at the end of 1941 with the Japanese invasion. In 1936, to commemorate the Philippines becoming a commonwealth and no longer a mere territory, Evelyn Morales was commissioned to generate new coin designs for the commemorative 50 centavo and 1 peso. The coins he designed featured Manuel L. Quin's, the Philippines' first Commonwealth president, and General Murphy and U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt. A new design for the reverse, based on the seal of Commonwealth he designed, was also introduced on those commemoratives. A feature on all Filipino coins minted from 1937 until 1946. When Filipino coinage production resumed in 1944, the 1, 5, 50 centavo pieces were struck in San Francisco, complete with the S mint mark. 5 centavo pieces were also struck in Philadelphia, no mint mark, and 10 and 20 centavo pieces were struck in Denver, introducing the D mint mark to Philippine coinage. All of these coins featured the new Commonwealth reverse design. On July 4th, 1946, the era of Commonwealth ended as independence was granted to the Philippines as a sovereign nation. All right. And let's see, the Manila Mint struck coinage the following denomination: base metal, identical to alloys used for U.S. 1 cent and 5 cents, was a 1 centavo from 1920 to 22, 1925 to 34, and 1935 to 1941. 5 centavos were 1920, 1921, 1925 to 1928, 1930 to 1932, 1934, 1935, 1937, 38, and 1941. Silver denominations were 75% silver for the 10 through 50 centavos and 80% silver for the 1 peso. Now, leopard colony coinage was struck in aluminum in 1920 and base and brass all the later years. 1 centavo from 1927 to 1930, 5 centavos 1927, 10 centavos 1920 to 1930, 20 centavos 1920 to 1922, and 1 peso in 1920, 1922, and 1925. Alright, and that's about the time we have. So that's your brief and quick Manila Mint in the Philippines. Y'all have a great day and continue this wonderful premiere train. Next up, be in the description. Alright, have a great day.